Okay. When Yuguri met the fraternity, Xanthoril has orders to point in the direction of the Lominsian underworld. The Admirals inform me of your arrangements. I have in my keeping an introduction for a letter of introduction for Lady Yuguri. To the south stands a gate leading to the pier for the smaller fishing vessels. Look for inconspicuous Hyorian man there and present this letter to him. He serves as the gatekeeper of sorts. Now, before you go, I'm obliged to remind you that the members of the fraternity to which you will be introduced abide in the shadows of Lominsian society. They value their independence more highly than pirates, and are united by a bond stronger than mithril. To wit, they are invariably wary of new faces. Do it be pinged by the Admiral herself. Mere words on parchment would only get you so far in their confidence. You must work for every ounce of trust they place in you. But here's a letter. Go to the aforementioned place and show it to the aforementioned man. Oh, and good luck. So this was because I know my friend Archseraph told me that rogue wasn't originally one of the main classes you could pick when you make your person, and they introduced it later, and that makes sense because you can't just start as a rogue. You have to like go through this whole process and get it over here. So this must have been like when they actually introduced the class. And it might have been, I guess maybe it was an unlock at some point, but I'm not sure. I don't know how much longer I'm going to play today. I intended to just have like a shorter stream, to at least get the Leviathan and finish off this one, but I don't know.
You got business with me? So you're the woman the Admiral sent word of. I was hoping I might catch a glimpse of that Thancred, too. Been a while since I've saw his shite-eating grin. Now he was all the dough I winches about. Suspect he's got his hands full. Ah, and you must be the Far Easterner that Merrill wants to train with us. Welcome to Lamensa, my lady.
I am Yuguri of Doma. 'Tis an honor to meet your acquaintance. I must confess, when I learned of your organization, I had certain preconceptions as to the nature of your membership. It would seem I was mistaken.
You're not the first to say that, lass. Leminsi's city of pirates, to be sure. And pirates don't give two farts about keeping a spotless reputation. They hardly need a secret society to do their dirty work. Might be as my people, I keep to the shadows. We got nothing to be ashamed of. It's simply better for business we remain unseen.
And so you have developed fighting techniques suited to this purpose. I see. Know that the protection is of my art, too, are denizens of the shadows. 'Tis in stealth that our strength lies. There is much we might learn from one another, I think.
Then what the seven hells we waiting for? If you come with us, you're Gary of Do What's It, then we'll get acquainted with more private surroundings. Ha! That didn't come out right, did it?
Lady Losa, I will remain with these people for a time, that I might study their ways. Though I am loath to be separated from my countrymen, I take solace in knowledge that they are in the place of hands. You have been a true friend to us Domans. No words could suffice to express my gratitude. Ere long, I hope to begin imparting my martial knowledge to the people of Eorzea, and when the time comes, I would have it be my honor to welcome you as a student. Through the maelstrom, Yuri has the air of a woman bustling with gratitude. Why is his face there, though? Much more has occurred since I first beheld Eorzea from the galleon's deck. Suffice it to say, I did not envisage being invited to play part in your noble struggle. But forgive me, I have kept you overlong. Doubtlessly you have been pressing business of your own, but rest assured that I no longer acquire an escort in this land. When next you meet Lady Minfilia, pray relay my humblest thanks. I would do so in person, but I must needs fulfill my promise to the Admiral. Till we meet again, Warrior of Light. Alright, the Rising Stones. Back there we go. I don't like seeing this guy's face up there. It's kind of fucking unnerving.
I have been reflecting upon the events which took place during our visit to Vilbrand. If you have a moment, I would share my conclusions with you. Please, bear with me. When the Sahagin Elder summoned Leviathan, he employed the power we have come to know as the Echo. Though I cannot well explain the how of it, it would seem he became immortal in so doing. When the Admiral subsequently slew him, his spirit emerged from his lifeless flesh, a consciousness shorn of physical form.
That's just like the Asians. That seems like it's just like the Asians.
Thus transfigured, he took up residence in the body of his minion with the ease of a man donning a favorite glove. Long have I known that the Echo allows one to pass through the walls of a man's soul. But never did I imagine that it could free us from our own flesh, nor less that our souls could then occupy the next corporeal vessel to take
So
our
the
places.
Asians like have to be like echo hopping sons of bitches or something.
It was of this that Elizabeth spoke, an existence which knows neither cessation nor oblivion. And yet, though the Sahagin had mastered his gift and thereby become immortal, he was by no means invulnerable.
Mm-hmm.
As we both bore witness, he was ultimately absorbed into Leviathan.
Oh, that's what happened? I thought he just like kind of poofed because he didn't have any of the bodies to take over.
And the import of this observation? If the Asians' mode of existence is indeed the same, it can be inferred that they too are not invulnerable, that they can be destroyed.
Yeah, if they are the same.
There exists a legend which tells of souls who are reborn upon the cusp of each umbral calamity, that they might stay the encroaching darkness. To most, it is but a fairy tale. Yet recent events have given me cause to wonder. Could the legend in fact refer to the Echo? Much and more yet remains unknown, but I am confident that all will become clear in time. For the present, however, what matters is that the key to defeating the Asians may at last be within sight. With Urianger's aid, it is my hope that I shall fathom this matter ere long. Oh, I was just about to send for you, my friend. Is Artemis?
Grave tidings from the Sharlayan motherland, my lady. It doth concern our distant allies, the students of Baldesian.
Baldesian. I've been completely mispronouncing that name then. Baldesian.
What of them?
My lady, the Isle of Val, which for many years hath been the Order's home, is no more.
No more? Whatever do you mean?
I relate only that which hath been conveyed unto me by our agents. An etheric wave of the highest magnitude was recorded in the region. Soon thereafter, 'twas observed that the isle had ceased to be.
Okay.
'Tis postulated that a magic was evoked, like in power to Ultima.
12 preserve.
So a whole island went missing. Okay, huh.
If there are no other matters, I move that today's meeting be adjourned.
Great.
It is done, my lord. I... Forgive my impertinence, my lord, but these orders, I am uncertain as to what end they serve.
Revolution.
What? Okay. I don't need any of these. Yeah, my current earrings are better, but... Okay, well... That was really fucking weird. Okay. The Great Divide. Minfilia's thoughts keep returning to the fate of the students of Baldzian. Okay, Baldzian. Okay. Our friends. The very isle itself. Everyone and everything. No. No. It avails us not to speculate. Uranger will send word that there are any developments. Until then, until such time as he does, we must remain firmly focused on that which is within our power to change. With that in mind, I would speak on a different matter, of course. One closer to home. It concerns etheric fluctuations which had previously attributed to good King Mughal the 12th. That the king is no more is a blessing for which we have you to thank. Yet it is not all as well in the 12's woods. Our latest reading reveals an ongoing etheric disturbance of considerable magnitude. They may even suggest the presence of a primal. Needless to say, there are many possibilities. Warrants immediate investigation. And I would have you... Celia, I do not wish to interrupt, but we have a problem. What manner of problem? A band of refugees hailing from Uldar this time are come to Reverend's Toll seeking asylum. It would seem they expect us to afford them the same treatment we gave the Domans. At present, they're in the 7th heaven, awaiting a formal response. I see. Mayhaps this too was to be expected. I shall meet with them at once. Acelia, you know full well we haven't the resources to accommodate many more people. Considering what will happen if you do this, word will spread and more will follow. Your opinion is duly noted, but I will hear their suit. Losa, I'll be grateful for your presence at this meeting. Okay. So I guess they're outside. The Great Divide. I apologize for keeping you waiting. My name is Minfilia. I lead the Scions of the 7th Dawn.
The 12's be praised! It is you! We're ready and willing to work, same as the Domans. Just give the task and we'll see it done.
Pray, calm yourselves. I appreciate the enthusiasm, but I know not of your situation.
Beg your pardon, antecedent. I ain't so good with words. We've been living in scraps from Uldar for years now, trying to piece together a life to replace the one we got took. They say there's work, but there's not for an honest man. Not wouldn't sully his soul sooner than his palms any road. The flames do what they can for us, of course, but it ain't near enough. Until it get worse. When the calamity brought us to our knees, those rich bastards in the city didn't help us up. They climbed on our backs. I don't pretend to be clever, but even I can see what's coming. I knew we had to run. The only question was where. And then it came to me. Reverend's toll. I mean, you took in them foreigners, didn't you? Surely do the same for us.
I fear the situation is more complicated. While it is true we did accept the Doman's petition for aid, that decision was the product of extraordinary circumstances. I sympathize with your plight, truly, but pray understand that it is not possible for an organization of our means to aid all who have been affected by the calamity. And so it is with great regret that I must deny your request.
But we got nowhere else to go. You turn your back on us?
If I might have a word. Totoro, is something amiss? Ill tidings from Uldar, my lady. Alphanot has been wounded. What? How? Is it serious? I cannot say for certain, but I fear it might be. According to the flames, a refugee started a riot. They went wild, apparently, lashing out at any and everyone.
That can't be right. Why would they? They must have been provoked. The demonstrations must be peaceful. Seven hells. Now the Blades have an excuse. They'll round us up and kill everyone who tries to resist. Antecedent, please. If you won't help us build a new life, at least let us keep the ones we've got.
My lady? We are not ones to stand idly by and watch innocents suffer. However, until we know more of the circumstances surrounding this riot, I am not certain what aid, if any, we can provide. If the authorities determine that the refugees attacked without provocation, then those responsible will have to answer for their actions.
How can you be so blind?
Find Alphanot, and quickly. If he's in danger, or worse, I would have you and none other by his side. Thank you. Pray do not concern yourself with the matter we were discussing earlier. Eden and Papa Lema will see to it. Alphanot's being treated at the hourglass. Hurry, Losa. What the fuck happened? Did, like, the Lalafell, like, try to kill Alphanot or something? Or try to assassinate him or something? Oh, he's fine. He's right here.
Come, you must have gathered by now that Tataru is given to exaggeration. As you can see, I am quite well. Uldar, on the other hand, is not. This riot was anything but an isolated incident.
What is going on?
There is a restlessness in the air. Tensions long simmering are at last threatening to boil over. Uldar is a nation infamous for the great disparity between the wealthy and the poor. The majority of the populace accepts this state of affairs because they believe that every man bears responsibility for his own lot in life. To an Ul'dan, money is the foremost, and some would say the only measure of a man's worth. Small wonder that the wealthiest wield the greatest influence. So where do the refugees fit into this social hierarchy? What place is there for those who fled Alamigo and the destruction of the Calamity? Plainly, there is none. They have no wealth, no power, and no worth. To the Ul'dan way of thinking, they may as well
Wow,
not
that's
exist.
fucking... That sucks.
Choosing to ignore their existence, however, is patently
Yeah.
not an option. General Rauban and the Sultana understand this, which is why they ordered the Immortal Flames to provide the refugees aid.
Yeah,
and
Rabah is one of the like, I feel like he's from that nation too. Yeah, and the Sultana help out.
Yet none would dispute that the expenses incurred by this policy grow by the day, with no end in
Yeah,
sight.
this fucking sucks, man.
This has prompted more and more Uldans to question their obligation to aid these worthless wanderers. While more and more refugees have come to resent their treatment at the hands of the sneering citizenry. The manner of Lord Lolorito's refusal to grant the Dolmens asylum bespoke a disdain for all refugees,
Oh boy.
an attitude shared by the rest of the monetarists. And you may be sure they make no effort
The
to conceal
monetarists, they
their
were the ones that tried to
opinions.
kill the Sultan Sworn. Those were the ones that tried to kill the Sultan Sworn. So they're already fucking shady. Okay.
It was only a matter of time before the refugees united in protest. Nor is it any surprise that some among them would ultimately
Yeah,
resort to
absolutely.
violence.
Fuck the rich. Eat the rich.
That the Immortal Flames should choose this of all occasions to engage in joint training exercises with the other Grand Companies. By the time they return, the situation may well have deteriorated beyond mending.
Wow, that's a legitimately real situation. Wow. Okay, okay. Alpha wishes to investigate the circumstances surrounding the riot. Okay, at least he wasn't like that hurt. As I told you before, it was but inevitable that an incident of this kind would eventually occur. Given the rising tension within the Sultanate. Nevertheless, I have reason to believe that this particular riot may not have begun spontaneously. Have I piqued your curiosity? Good. Then you will accompany me to the Hall of Flame. I would hear what General Raban has to say about... Raban has to say upon this matter. I know he said it before, I always forget the pronunciation unless I do it myself. Definitely, the monitors probably staged the protest to make the Sultanate look worse. So they'd have a reason to, like, maybe outvote her or some other reason. And also General Raban too. Raban. I feel like it was a planned protest or like a plant. And then, like, they probably intentionally made it go violent. Oh shit, it's right there. Oh wait, is it right there? Yeah, oh, my bad. My bad.
Now is not a good time, Lusa. My hands are full dealing with the refugees.
Precisely the matter we wish to discuss, General.
Athanad, back on your feet already.
You may credit my swift recovery to your suggestions. Suggestions? My memories of the riot are still somewhat muddled, but I trust you managed to regain control of the situation?
Not entirely. We spread the city soon enough, but not before the unrest spread to the surrounding territories. Pockets of resistance managed to remain throughout Thanalan. We've sent what forces we can spare to root out the last of the belligerents, but progress is slow, and they are so damnably elusive.
Well, I can imagine. Given the majority of... Given the majority of refugees live outside the walls, it stands to reason that they would know the lay of the land. What I do not understand is how they came to be so well prepared. Before my little incident, I observed that several of refugees were armed, and not with butcher's knives and pitchforks, but with martial weaponry. I need hardly add that such equipment is costly. None can deny that tensions between the Ul'dah citizenry and refugee population have increased since the Dolmars were turned away. But would that motivate a starving man to purchase an arm in lieu of food? I think not. And what of those who have not a single gil to spend? Could they not survey without aid provided by the immortal flames? Surely they would sooner sell a weapon than bring it to bear against their benefactors.
Come to the point.
Very well. My point, General, is that this powder keg of discontent was not let by chance. These events were deliberately set in motion, and
now order must be restored. That is my first duty. Until it is done, any investigation can wait. I do not have time to discuss this. My scouts will be returning anon.
the General is no fool. He keeps his own counsel, with good cause. Were he to claim without necessary proof that these riots were instigated by outside forces, the Monitorist would accuse him of attempting to shirk responsibility. After all, he and the Sultana have been the most outspoken proponents of refugee aid. Regardless, they will face a harsh criticism in the days ahead. Our allies may stumble upon the truth in time, but I have more faith in your abilities, Losa. Therefore, I propose we conduct our own investigation, independent of the authorities. To that end, I would have you make inquiries in the settlement suspected of harboring belligerents. Commander Swift will know which they are. He may balk at a request for such information, but I have no doubt that you can persuade him with your silver tongue. Meanwhile, shall seek answers of my own way, after which we can regroup and share our findings. Well then, shall we? Okay. The plot thickens. Oh, there you go.
You look as though you have something to say, Lusa. Do you? What you ask is no simple favor. With such information to fall into the wrong hands, the lives of countless soldiers would be at risk. Even so, there is wisdom in your words, and an able individual may be better suited to this task than a regiment. Very well. The Brass Blades have reported suspicious activity in the vicinity of Lost Hope. It may be unrelated to recent events, but we doubt it. I suggest you begin by speaking with the Blades posted there.
Okay. Wait, let me try something, because I did add this, and I hope it works. So if I do this, it should do the emotes flying across chat. So, yeah, it does. Sick! So that actually worked. Cool. Alright, cool. So the little emotes will fly through for chat now. And good to know that that works, at least. I don't know why the, alert box didn't... Or no, what? Not the... The shout-out box didn't go through, though. What brings you adventure? Search for refugees? Well then, you come to the right place. Oh, you mean those refugees. Oh no, you won't find them here. Most of the people of Lost Hope have come to accept their situation, and are content to pass their days in peace and quiet. Outsiders have outsiders have trouble understanding that, like the merchant who passed through recently. Gregarious fellow, but awfully opinionated. Can't say I was sad to see him go. A friend of the Sultanite, are we? Well, I take this means someone has read my report. Refugees who left with the merchant have yet to return. I'm increasingly concerned that Zazawaka's suspicions were correct. You haven't the fog is what I'm talking about, do you? Never mind. Speak with Zazawaka. He'll explain everything. That's gotta be a Lalafell. Yep, right there. Ah, don't hurt me. I'm not one of them. Oh, wait, I know your face. You're one from the Church of Saint... Yeah, Adama Landdama. 1,000 pardons, my friend. I mistook you for one of the thugs who had been tormenting us. If Lofric bid you speak with me, then I take it you've agreed to help. 'Twill be praised for that, because I haven't information a moment to waste. Everyone knows the flames are on the march. The others would have fallen under the fanatic spell, but not I. Promises of revolution and retribution, of holding the ruling classic to account and taking that which is owed? Ha! A childish fantasy. I did everything I could to dissuade the others from leaving, but few would heed my words. Now that one of our idealists has returned, however, the madness of the merchant's plan is plain for all to see. Look behind yonder tent and you'll understand why. Even now, he babbles incoherently, so traumatized is he by the bloodshed he witnessed. Try as I might, I can make little sense of his words beyond the fact that he is not alone in surviving. Yet I have no doubt that the merchant will lead the remainder to their doom. I beg of you, find them before he does. What are you doing? No, don't draw, don't draw, don't draw, don't draw, don't draw! Why didn't you run away with me? We could escape together when you could... Ooh. Such a weird animation for Soothe. Who are you? What do you want? Aye, it's true. I followed the merchant, and may the gods strike me down for my folly. What they will not give you must take, he said, when he asked how, and revealed the cache of weapons. He brought and implored us to seize the control of our fates. I thought about running then and there, but others were so excited, he split us in two groups and sent us off on our own. But then the flames surrounded us, and I didn't know what to do. Our leader tried to parley with theirs. But then they started arguing, and then they started fighting, and then everyone was fighting, and then the flames were shouting and gave us no quarter, and... Oh gods, the other group, they're still out there. If we don't stop them, they'll be massacred like mine was. This is fucked up. See, I think my rings are level 130. Yeah, okay, so I don't really need these, but I'll just take the money. Well, thank you. I think I'm gonna stop right here. I went on a little bit longer than I thought I was gonna go on for, and we did the thing. I got to beat Leviathan. That's the main thing I wanted to do today. So that part's done. This part seems like it's leading up to like a pretty big deal. So I guess next time I play, we'll just continue this storyline down and see where it's gonna go. But Snow, William, thank you both for following during the stream. I really appreciate the support that you've given me. Thank you all for just being in the chat and just talking for a little bit. I like to hear other people's experiences with this game and where a lot of people kind of came from and what inspired them to kind of start playing it, because I'm really enjoying it so far. And it seems like, yeah, it's starting to pick up more stores. I see the quality starting to like flow in a little bit more than the earlier parts of the game, and I'm really digging it. Aside from that Leviathan fight, which was a bit rocky, but I don't think it's the game's fault. But anyway, thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys for participating in chat, and even if you stop by for a little bit, still appreciate you just popping in for a little wink. I'll probably stream a little bit tomorrow, because I'm trying to stream on Mondays and Wednesdays in the afternoon, because it's the only time I really can stream. And any other days beyond that, it's just on a whim, honestly. But yeah, thank you all again. And we're almost to affiliate. We're getting close. So when I make affiliate, I'll probably do like some kind of marathon stream or something for fun, just to do something different. But But yeah, you're all beautiful. You're all great. I love you. Please enjoy the cooler weather as it's now coming in. And I'll catch you next time I stream.